Hey guys, thanks for tuning in to sportsreview.com. I'm Natalie Rydstrom. On the line is Joao from mgtennistipster.com. We've just finished previewing the men's draw and outrights. If you haven't seen that video, go check it out on our YouTube channel. We're now obviously looking at the women's, and Serena Williams, obviously, no surprise whatsoever, is leading the odds on the outrights. Obviously, six times Wimbledon title winner. Am I correct?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, so obviously she is favourites there, and I believe 2.663 there to win. Does she get your vote at this point?
I think that she might get the job done, but currently just can't trust on Serena to win any Grand Slam title. Unfortunately, since she won the title last year, she got the number 21
Hmm.
and got just one title away from matching Chris Evert with 22 Grand Slams title. But
Yeah.
I think that the pressure on her has been too high, and she hasn't been able to deal with that. Lost on the U.S. Open semifinals, Australian Open final, French Open final. On the decisive matches, she's just not finding her best game and her competitive mindset like she used to do. So I think it's better to avoid betting on Serena so far.
Yeah. Well, I tell you the play that everybody is watching out for is Garbine Muguruza. She comes in six with Betfred, and she lost to Serena in the final, so I'm sure she'll be gunning for that win there. Would she be the better bet to put your money on at this point?
She already got some revenge earlier in the French Open, winning
That's right.
the final there against Serena. But I think that this is a tournament to do exactly the opposite, to go against her. It's very tough for the players when they won their first Grand Slam title. The following weeks and even months are very tough mentally to deal with the new status. They are no longer serious contenders. They are certains. They won, and everyone expects them to do the same. So I think that the pressure this time on Muguruza is going to be extremely high. After the French Open, she played one grass event and had a terrible loss against Kirsten Flipkens, and we saw
Hmm.
the same happening with Angelique Kerber. And earlier this year, after the Australian Open, she had some tough months. And Muguruza is just a player to avoid here. The first round that she had is an incredible tough one against Camila Giorgi. So I think that Garbine might lose in the first rounds here. Of course, she's always a contender, but I wouldn't put any money on her.
All right. So it seems like you're a little more uncertain on the women's outrights as you were on the men's. I'll quickly run through the top five here. Obviously, Serena Williams 2.62 bet Sky Bet, Garmin Muguruza 6, Betfred, Madison Keys 13, Paddy Power, Petra Kvitova 15 Unibet, and then Aggie Radwanska 26 with Bet 365. Who, if any player right now, would get your money?
Of those five, Madison Keys is the one that I think might have a better chance here.
Oh.
She played extremely well recently in Birmingham when she won the title. She has the firepower, has the confidence at this time, and looking at her draw is also a very good one for the American to reach the later stages of the competition. The main problems for her will be the first two rounds. I think she'll face Laura Siegemund and probably Kirsten Flipkens, two very tricky opponents. But if she can overcome those two challenges, I think that Madison can go all the way until the quarters, the semis, or even the final.
Okay, so let's start now with the player to win the quarters. Starting with the first quarter, Serena Williams is the favorite, 1.62 Sky Bet. Then takes a sort of a drop here. You've got Coco Vandermeer 9 with Stan James, and then Anna Ivanovic 13 with Bet Victor. 1.62 there for Serena Williams to win the first quarter. I think seems a pretty good bet.
It's not a bad price at all, but looking at her draw, after the second round, on the first one she plays against the qualifier, and in the second one she might play against McHale. He's not a very dangerous player on this surface, but since then she might face in every round very tricky opponents. She can face Kristina Mladenovic, that gave her a tremendous fight in the French Open, then Sloane Stevens or Caroline Wozniak or Svetlana Kuznetsova. In the semifinals, Coco Vanderweg is another possible
Hmm.
opponent. So she will have always a very tough challenge, and Serena sometimes has some bad days, like she had in the French Open. And if she has some bad day against any of these, I think that they can beat her. So at this point, I don't think that there is any value to bet on Serena in any market.
Okay, so you are staying away there from Serena Williams, I see. Second quarter, playing player to win the second quarter. Petra Kvitova, 5, Bet365. Adi Radwanska, 6 with Coral. And then we've got Daria Katina, 9 with Bet Victor. Anybody at this point get your vote or your bet?
Yeah, and Agnieszka Radwanska to reach the semifinals to win this
Hmm.
quarter. Not because I think that she's the best player on grass. I clearly prefer Kvitova. She's a two-time Wimbledon champion. But looking at Kvitova's draw and Radwanska's, the difference is huge. Kvitova has a tremendous tough draw, and like I mentioned about Serena having bad days that sometimes happen, Petra Kvitova has them much more often, and if she has a bad day, she will face Cirstea, then can face Makarova, Striskova, Bencic, all of them extremely good players on grass, and in a bad day against any of them, I think that she might lose. And on the other hand, Radwanska has a much easier draw to reach the quarterfinals, where if she faces Kvitova, I think that Petra can win. But the truth is that I don't see Petra surviving against all of those opponents. So Radwanska to reach the semifinals is the best bet here.
Okay, fantastic. Player to win third quarter. I'm guessing Madison Keys there for Paddy Power. We've got Angelique Kerber 7, and then Simona Halep 7, also with 10 bet. I'm guessing if I'm gonna a betting girl, which I am, Madison Keys you're going for.
Yeah, but not totally. I prefer the split like we did in the men's draw with Nishikori and Federer. Here, I
Okay.
think that's
Oh no.
splitting the stake between Madison Keys and Angelique Kerber is a very good approach also because
Okay.
Kerber is a tricky opponent, won 4 of their previous 5 matches. So I think that split is the best option.
All right then. Finally, player to win third quarter. Oh, sorry, player to win fourth quarter there. Gabi Muguruza, 2.5. Sabina Lisicki, 8, Bet365, and then Lucy Safarova, 10. Who are you betting here?
On this quarter, I'm just going to stay away from it.
Okay.
I think that the insight that I can give is to go against Muguruza and or at least stay away from her matches.
Okay, all right, great stuff. Are there any again early bets here? We were talking about like in the men's singles, we were talking about sort of like naming the finalists and things like that. Who do you like at this point? What bets are you sort of taking?
The bets that I mentioned, the Radvanska to win the quarter and the split
Hmm.
between Madison Keys and Angelique Kerber are the two that I like the most. Besides that one, I think that this draw is a very tricky one and the grass season also because many of the players haven't played much or haven't played any match on the surface. So it's better just to watch the first and the first 2 matches to look at their game level and their confidence. And I think that there will be plenty of surprises.
Okay, wonderful stuff. I am looking forward to obviously tournament kicks off tomorrow. That was Joao from mgtennistipster.com. Do tune in daily, giving picks of the day throughout the tournament. Joao, thank you for joining us.
Thank you very much.